Hello, devoted fans of Days of Our Lives. Welcome back to TV Days Drama Digest, where we dive deep into the emotional whirlwinds and jaw-dropping twists that keep us glued to our screens. Today, we're unraveling the electrifying saga surrounding the shooting of E.J. DiMera's storylines so steeped in suspense, betrayal, and heartbreak that it's left Salem trembling. Buckle up, because this tale is a roller coaster of revelations, and the truth will hit you like a thunderbolt. If you're ready to uncover the secrets behind EJ's shooting and the chaos that ensues, let's dive into this gripping narrative that will leave you questioning everything. A night that changed everything. The DiMera mansion, with its opulent chandeliers and dark, looming shadows, has always been a crucible for secrets. On that fateful night, the air was thick with tension, the kind that makes your skin prickle and your heart race. E.J. DiMera, the suave and calculating patriarch, was at the center of yet another storm. Known for his sharp intellect and unyielding ambition, E.J. had made enemies too many to count. But no one could have predicted that a single gunshot would echo through the mansion, shattering lives and unearthing truths that some would kill to keep buried. As the bullet tore through E.J., time seemed to freeze. The once invincible man crumpled to the floor, blood pooling beneath him, his piercing eyes wide with shock. Who could have done this? The question reverberated through Salem, setting the stage for a drama so intense it would tear families apart and expose the raw, bleeding heart of the DiMera legacy. Kristen's desperate gambit. Enter Kristen DiMera, a woman whose fierce love for her daughter, Rachel, burns brighter than any vendetta. Kristen, with her calculating mind and a heart torn between loyalty and survival, begins to piece together the fragments of that catastrophic night. Her instincts scream that the truth is far more devastating than anyone realizes. As EJ fights for his life, his memories flicker like a faulty light bulb, threatening to illuminate the identity of his shooter. Kristen, however, is determined to keep that light dimmed at least until she can protect the one person who matters most to her. Kristen's suspicions crystallize in a moment of gut-wrenching clarity. Her young daughter, Rachel, may have been the one to pull the trigger. The thought alone is enough to send Kristen spiraling into a maelstrom of fear and desperation. Rachel, with her innocent eyes and gentle smile, couldn't possibly comprehend the gravity of such an act. Could she? Kristen's mind races, replaying every moment leading up to that night, searching for clues, for any shred of evidence that could absolve her daughter or confirm her worst nightmare. A courtroom on the brink. The drama escalates as Johnny DiMera, EJ's son, finds himself in the crosshairs of suspicion. The courtroom becomes a battleground, where truths are twisted and loyalties are tested. Johnny, with his youthful defiance and a heart full of love for his family, stands accused of a crime he swears he didn't commit. The evidence is damning: his fingerprints on a gun, a witness placing him at the scene, but Johnny's pleas of innocence resonate with those who know him best. Yet, the weight of the DiMera name hangs over him like a guillotine, ready to sever his future. Kristen, watching from the gallery, feels the walls closing in. Her heart pounds as she realizes that EJ, now recovering, is on the verge of remembering everything. If he speaks, the truth could destroy Rachel. Kristen's mind churns with possibilities, each more desperate than the last. She can't let EJ point the finger at her daughter, not when Rachel's fragile psyche is at stake. In a moment of raw, unfiltered panic, Kristen leaps to her feet in the courtroom, her voice cutting through the tension like a knife. "I did it," she cries, her words echoing off the mahogany walls. The courtroom erupts in chaos. Gasps ripple through the crowd, the judge bangs the gavel, and Johnny's eyes widen in disbelief. Kristen, trembling but resolute, stands firm, her confession a shield to protect her daughter. But is it the truth? Or is it a mother's ultimate sacrifice, a lie woven from love and desperation? Rachel's haunting secret. Rachel, the unwitting center of this storm, is a child caught in a nightmare she can't fully grasp. Her memories of that night are a fog, a blur of shadows and sounds. Did she hold the gun? Did her small hands, trembling with fear or anger, pull the trigger that nearly ended her father's life? The possibility haunts Kristen, who would rather face a lifetime behind bars than let Rachel relive that trauma. Kristen's every move is calculated to bury the truth, to shield Rachel from a reality that could shatter her innocence forever. At the DiMera mansion, Marlena Evans, Salem's beacon of compassion, stays by Rachel's side. Marlena, with her soothing voice and gentle touch, tries to coax Rachel through her confusion, but the girl's memories remain elusive. Marlena senses the weight of unspoken truths, but even she, with her decades of psychiatric expertise, can't pierce the veil of Rachel's subconscious. The mansion, once a symbol of power, now feels like a prison, its walls closing in on a family teetering on the edge of collapse. EJ's awakening and the truth's cost. Meanwhile, EJ's recovery is both a miracle and a curse. As he lies in his hospital bed, flashes of memory assault him, fragments of that night, jagged and incomplete. He sees a figure, small and trembling, holding a gun. His heart clenches as he realizes it could be Rachel, his own daughter. But EJ is a DiMera, and DiMeras don't crumble under pressure. He resolves to uncover the truth, not just for himself, but to clear Johnny's name and restore order to his fractured family. EJ's determination, however, puts him on a collision course with Kristen. She knows that if EJ speaks, Rachel's life will change forever. The thought of her daughter being branded a criminal, haunted by guilt for the rest of her days, is unbearable. Kristen's fake confession in the courtroom was a desperate bid to buy time, but she knows it's a fragile shield. If Rachel's memories resurface, Kristen's sacrifice will be for nothing. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the tension between EJ and Kristen crackles like a live wire. The jury's verdict and a family's fate. As the trial hurtles toward its climax, the jury deliberates, their decision a ticking time bomb. The courtroom is a powder keg, with every whispered conversation and sidelong glance adding to the pressure. Johnny, pale and resolute, sits at the defense table, his fate hanging in the balance. Kristen, restrained after her outburst, watches from the sidelines, her heart a battlefield of hope and dread. Marlena, back at the mansion, holds Rachel close, praying that the truth, whatever it may be, doesn't destroy the child she loves like her own. The jury returns, and the room falls silent. The foreman's voice is steady, but each word feels like a hammer strike. Not guilty, he declares, and the courtroom erupts once more. Johnny's relief is palpable, but the victory is bittersweet. Kristen's confession, though retracted, has cast a shadow over the proceedings, and questions linger. Who really shot EJ? And what will happen when the truth finally comes to light? A mother's sacrifice and a daughter's burden. Kristen's gambit may have saved Johnny, but it's left her own future uncertain. She knows that Rachel's memories could resurface at any moment, triggered by a word, a sound, or a fleeting image. The thought of her daughter reliving that night off, facing the horror of what she might have done, is a wound that cuts deeper than any prison sentence. Kristen's love for Rachel is a force of nature, unyielding and fierce, but it's also her Achilles heel. She would burn the world to protect her daughter, but at what cost? EJ, now fully aware of the truth, faces an impossible choice. Does he expose Rachel, knowing it could destroy her? Or does he carry the secret to his grave, preserving his daughter's innocence at the expense of justice? The DiMera legacy, built on power and manipulation, has never felt so fragile. EJ's love for his children wars with his need for truth, and the outcome will reshape the family forever. A town on edge. Salem, as always, is a town where secrets don't stay buried for long. Whispers of Kristen's confession and Johnny's acquittal spread like wildfire, igniting debates and fueling suspicions. Friends and enemies alike take sides, their loyalties tested by the ever-shifting tides of truth. Marlena, caught between her love for Rachel and her duty to her patients, grapples with her own role in this tragedy. The DiMera mansion, once a fortress, now feels like a house of cards, ready to collapse under the weight of its secrets. As the dust settles, One thing is clear. The shooting of E.J. DiMera has changed Salem forever. The bonds of family, strained to the breaking point, will either mend or shatter. Kristen's desperate bid to protect Rachel may have delayed the inevitable, but the truth is a relentless hunter, and it's closing in. Will Rachel remember? Will E.J. speak? And what will become of a family torn apart by a single, fateful night? The unraveling continues. This, dear readers, is the heart-pounding saga of E.J.'s Shutinga story of love, sacrifice, and the devastating power of secrets. At TV Days Drama Digest, we're committed to bringing you every twist and turn as this drama unfolds. Will Kristen's sacrifice hold, or will Rachel's memories unravel everything? Can E.J. find a way to protect his family without losing himself? And what new shocks await the residents of Salem? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.